Okay, let's continue with this OS stuff here. I was thinking I was going to make a prompt. My hair might be a little messed up over here from sleeping, so what I can do is put on my thinking cap for the morning, huh? Get it? No, I'm not gonna wear that, but I have it. Now let's get a prompt going. So if we load this up, so we have just a line here. I'm gonna change this to where we have something like this, or maybe a colon with it. It will still submit, I guess, commands to it like F, you know, to do the same thing. But we'll just have a prompt show up after we type everything, which should be fairly easy. I think I'm gonna get rid of this menu sort of stuff here. These commands will still work, but I'm gonna do it more like maybe like regular DOS or CP/M commands. I might do like ls or directory to list all the files on the disk, and that'll take place of F. Reboot, and I can do R, I can do like reboot or something. You know, I'll have like actual commands that I'll either keep in a file or I'll just have them defined in my kernel here, and then we'll go from there. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Let's do that. Let's make a little prompt thing. So the menu string I'm gonna get rid of right now. Let's make a prompt variable. I'll just call it prompt, and I'm gonna define it as, right now we'll just do, I guess this. We'll do less than sign in a colon. Have that appear after we type something in. So we're moving the menu string, we're calling it, that's fine. Get input, I guess we will call and print prompt then. We can move it into SI and call print string, or just print out the characters of it, but this is fine. We'll just move prompt into there. Have SI point to prompt, and then we'll print it out. Call print string. Although I don't think I ended it with a null, and I did not. So it would continue and print success message as well, because that's where the null ends. So we'll just do that, we'll cap it off there. All right. So that should print out the prompt and then call print string, okay. And then when this jumps back to get input, we should keep printing that. And that'll be after we print the heading. So let's see what this looks like. That should be pretty simple. And there we go. See, we have the prompt now. We can do the same things. F, program not found, let's go back. Actually, let's load. Make sure that still works. Okay. We can do G, graphics, it'll go back. If we do something that's not there, oops, and we'll get the prompt again. So now we're good. We have our prompt. That was pretty easy since we already, you know, redisplay after all our input gets and stuff. So now we can start putting in commands instead of one-letter things. I'm not sure if I want to make the commands into a file, and I could read the file and say, hey, if it's not found here, display message, command not found, file not found, or what. I might do it by default. It'll look through commands first, and then it'll look through the files first, because I want to be able to type in, you know, whatever at the prompt, and if it's a found valid command, it'll run the command. If it's a file, then it'll either print the file to screen. If it's a text file with the text extension we put into the file table, it'll read it to the screen, I guess, as ASCII characters. Or if it's a bin type extension, a bin file, then it'll execute it. It'll load it to memory and then run and jump to it and then come back whenever that's over. So that's how I'm going to try to do this little prompt. Maybe it's a shell at this point, I don't know. But instead of F, we'll call it, like I said, we'll call it dir. I'll make these lowercase since I don't want to hold shift down because I'm lazy. We'll say dir, it'll be directory. It'll list stuff. List all files on disk. The current disk that is loaded. I guess later we'll do stuff for loading other disks, and then maybe I'll change the prompt to say like an A. Right now we'll just go with this. Directory, we'll do that. Reboot, we'll do, I don't know, RB or reboot. Warm reboot option. Now compare AL only works for one character at a time, so I'm gonna have to loop through and compare characters. So this is not gonna work right off, and that's okay. This will be print reg. I'm doing long commands here. Probably want these to be shorter. Print reg, reboot, I guess we'll keep reboot. Graphics test, we'll do graphics test, I guess. We'll do that. All right. End is not working, so that's not really doing anything. End current program goes to end program. Does that even matter in here? Oh, all that does is halt. Oh, so I do have a halt command. Wow, I forgot I did that. I'm gonna change this to halt, and that'll halt the current CPU. Otherwise, the command is not found. So failure, we're gonna change to command or program not found. Right now it's oops, something went wrong. I guess I'll keep that as Windows message or something. Because I just think that's funny because I have a weird sense of humor. Alright, but failure we're gonna make. Print out the new line first. We're gonna call it commands or program not found. Try again. I guess we'll do that. Yeah, 0xa, 0xd, 0. So that'll print out if it doesn't find it. So we need to keep looping and keep checking characters, which I did do in the file table. So this compare here. So we're going to check the next character, compare to 0, we'll jump, we'll move our command string, I guess. We'll put DI to command string and we'll keep comparing AL to DI. That's how we'll do it. And if none of them work, we'll go and print out the failure message and restart. But if one of them works, I guess we'll jump to that thing, that command, we'll compare. Okay, is there a way to keep checking if a string is equal to another string? There should be an easy way to do that in assembly. I figure there is. Repeat compare or something. So at this point, command string could be however many long, but we need to just keep moving the bytes in. Compare by byte or by word or something. Okay, so how do we do that? So let's move it again after we do all that. So we'll move DI command string. And this will be else. This null terminate command string. So I'm going to put this up here after this if they pressed enter. Oh, if they press enter, we want to do this. We don't want to do this yet. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Now let's put this back. Let's put this down here. So, a check command, I guess. We'll check for commands first and then files or something. And the check file thing would be equivalent to what the file browser's doing. Maybe we can jump to the same parts, but I'll check the commands and then the files. So let's assume we're going to check the commands, go all through here, and if none of those work, we're going to check file. Let me do check commands, plural. Okay, we're going to check file, and if none of those work, we're just going to, you know, print the thing. So not found. I don't know, we'll do like input not found. Input not found, all right. So command string points to the beginning of DI. So how would I compare to what they entered to just regular strings? I guess I can move some strings into SI or something. Would that work? I don't know if I can move immediate ASCII bytes into SI. I probably can. Google will tell me, and I'll cut this out of the video. So we should be able to repeat compare, although I didn't get this to work before. Let's see. We need ECX to hold the length, say, of input. So let's do that. So when I move this in, store input character to string. Let's increment CX. I got XOR CX first, of course, as well. Or, well, zero out CX, right? All right. And then we'll hold the length of the command they entered into CX. And then let's put these things down here, I guess. We'll have to keep comparing. It'd be good to loop through, but right now we're just going to list them out one by one. Later I'll make a loop kind of thing to loop through all our commands and maybe put them in a file, but right now I just want to get something working. So let's put our stuff, say, I don't know, down here. Command DB. Let's put our commands here. dir directory. This is going to be really inefficient, but I'm just going to do this right now. Command directory, command, whatever I called them. I call them directory reboot, print reg. Let's just copy these down here. These are what I got now. All right. Let's do command reboot. That'll be db reboot. These need to be capped with zeros. Command print reg. We'll do db print reg, print register values. I don't like how the alignment of stuff works. I want stuff to line up, you know, whether it be OCD or not. There we go. Command graphics test will be db graphics test. And command halt. So we'll start with these. So we'll just move each of these into SI and we'll compare them right now. All right, check commands. So we should have CX being our counter, right? Byte counters and CX, okay. Then when we re-get input, it should zero out CX. We'll insert it in again, it'll be fine. So we can use compare string, byte, CMP SB, ESI is the source string, EDI is destination. So that needs to be SI, and then DI needs to be the other, I think. I'm probably wrong. But we'll have this be the source that we're using for our initial comparison. Alright, and it'll be the length of the string. We'll reset that to the beginning. Okay, and commands. We'll move into DI, our commands here. It'll be command directory. After we do that. So SI points to our initial input string, our source, our destination string we're going to compare is going to be these commands. And then CX is the length, so we might want to save CX here, because it'll keep comparing for CX length. So we'll compare string byte, we'll repeat, compare string byte, the ECX number of bytes. If they don't equal, we'll jump back to check commands. Well, no we won't. If they equal, we'll, I don't know. I guess we'll jump to, for the directory, we'll jump to directory. We'll jump to the file browser for this. Jump to file browser, else we're going to, this is very manual. I want to save our length, so we're going to move whatever it was, command length. Is that our variable here? Command CMD length, okay. CMD length, don't do whatever I just did, all right. So this will repeat for CX number of bytes. It'll compare SI to DI. If they're equal, then we're going to file browse. If it's the directory command, else we're going to reset the length. So I need to copy the length into our thing here. Let's do it sometime, maybe when they run the command. Null terminate string reset. Let's do it here. Let's do it here. Move into command length. The value, it's CX. Can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. Save their length, okay. And then we'll move back into CX, command length, I guess. Move, that's not good. We'll move byte probably. Move byte into command length, whatever CX is equal to, okay. Move byte, command length into CX. So move CX into command length to save it, and then we'll move it back between comparisons. So that should be okay. And then we'll just redo this stuff. So we'll set this to reboot. And then repeat compare. Jump equal whatever reboot was. Reboot, well that's nice. Pretty simple. Should be cool. Reboot, else we'll reset. Alright, we'll keep doing this for all of them, right? So right now I want to, if none of them work, we'll go down to check files and then we'll go down to input not found. But right now let's see if just these two work at all. Invalid operand, nice. So I can't move CX into command length, which is not great. Here, I can't do this. I can do the opposite, which is cool, but I can't do this. Can I move byte CX? Is that is that how you type this in? Doesn't seem like that's right. No, it's invalid. Wonder why that's invalid. Interesting. Alright, can I move the value? Can I try the values instead? Whatever value CX has, we're gonna move it into command length. And then whatever value command length has, we're gonna move it into CX. Maybe. That's probably not how this is supposed to work. This is a learning experience. Invalid. Well, how am I supposed to save it there, guy? Push and pop? Maybe. That would be one way to do it, wouldn't it? Oh, okay, let's push CX onto the stack. And then we'll pop it back out. Reset length counter. Let's just do that. And that's shorter to type as well. And it's probably less bytes in memory, so that's fine. Pop CX, do it again. Well, I'll need to push it again. I'll need to pop it and then push it to save it again, right? So it's actually two things here. But that should be okay. If everything's done and we keep doing that, I'm gonna pop it back out. All right. Undefined symbol file browser. Oh, that's not good. Is that not what it... Oh, it's a lowercase b. Duh. No problemo. Value out of range. Yeah, because there's more than one here. Okay. Well, let's do that. Let's comment those out. Aha, that worked. Look at that. Looky there. We're getting somewhere slowly. So if I put in, F's not going to do anything. Command program not found. Enter by default goes to directory. That's okay. Directory's not found. Oh, well, I'm trying. You know, we're getting somewhere. It's just very slow. We push CX. CX should still equal the value that we're comparing to, right? So I have to do space now. It should be 3, you would figure, right? But enter goes to it, which is weird. Can we do reboot? Nope. N reboots. What the hell? Oh, this is broken. It's broken. It's getting somewhere though. It's just broken right now. Let's see. If we get to this point, I guess we can try to print out the number. Let's move CX into AL. It probably won't work, will it? I can move byte, but I don't think I can take the value out here and put it into AL. I don't think that works. Might try to use command length here. Does this even... Reserved word uses symbol. It does not. What I'm gonna do, let's change this. Let's use command length anyway because it looks easier for me to read. Let's do that. Command length 0. And this one we're gonna increment byte command length. All right. And then we're gonna move. I still don't think I can do this, but move command length. Or no, let's move the byte. A command length into register CX. Let's do this. All right. Invalid operand, move byte command length 0. I can't do that? Didn't I do that like later on? Oh, I have to move it into the memory. Oh, otherwise that would be zeroing out the address. Duh, okay. These things you have to learn, geez. Increment byte command length doesn't work either. Can I increment if I specify that? I can, okay. We'll just move that into CX then, shall we? Instead of doing this garbage, we'll do... Oh, that's in my kill ring. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll just keep doing that to reset. That's assuming the lengths are right, which they might not be, because this stuff didn't work, as you saw. That's weird. If we just press enter, it goes through, which is odd. So I didn't like that was happening. I don't like that by default it opened the the file browser thing. See, not found. So I need to find out basically what CX is equaling and what the strings are, because they're not working, obviously. Maybe I need to have one extra because of the null byte. I'm not sure. So this is just dir and 0. Maybe that's counting as one extra. I'm really not. I don't think that's right. If I do dir 0, I just can't find anything. Well, that's okay. That's better than it, showing something by default, I guess. Now it's even more broken. Even better. The di should be dir 0. SI should point to dir and then 0 when I press enter. DI is dir 0, which is what I entered. But why does this not work? Repeat, compare SP. CX is command length. That should be fine. Should be fine. I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll see what the length is, huh? Let's try this. Subtract. AO would be a number, so we need to add the numbers, right? Let's just print out what we have, which is probably not going to work, but let's try and print out the length that we get. 3. Our length is 3, but the command is not found. Interesting. Maybe I need to put 4. I'm really not sure. Really not sure here. We increment SI again. It should be dir 0 when we do this. And the other one's dir 0. But maybe the length needs to be 4. I'm not sure. Let's try this. Increment CX. I'm not sure. That probably won't work. Or maybe my direction flag and stuff is set up wrong. That's still 3. Let's do this. Increment byte. I'm just testing if I need 1 extra. I don't know why I would, but we'll just check right quick. No, we don't. That doesn't do anything. Okay, well, it's all right. All right, we know the length though. The length is 3. We know that's right. So it should be checking for 3 bytes. Maybe my direction flag is not right. I'm not sure. But I can't do this, because that doesn't work, I don't think. If I can check the length again. No, it doesn't work. I wanted to see if CX was going up or down, you know? But I'm not sure. It's not really working. Weird. Well, I'll look into this later. I don't know why I try to do these things and they don't work. Maybe Phasm has some interesting things. I mean, that should work, right? SI points to our command. We can check what our command is that we're entering. Maybe it's different. It shouldn't be. Prints directory. Alright, well that means we entered what we entered, so that's good. Let's go in here. I don't need to pop CX anymore. Maybe we'll do repeat equal. Probably won't work. That is alright. Oh, it's over here now. Nope. Yeah, I'll find out what the issue is and get back to this. Oh well, I'll debug it. That's alright. I'll get back when I have this fixed, and I'll probably look cleaner and more well put together. So yeah, I'll see you then. Okay, I think I got this thing working now. This is a day or two later. I noticed I wear the same thing in these videos, so I'll probably start wearing different clothes so you don't think I'm too homeless. But if we go here, we type something in directory, that still works as the regular file browser. If we press the enter key by default, nothing happens. Before it was just running the directory. Since the first time we went through, even if you just press enter, it was moving 0 into SI. And then when you do the repeat equal, the 0 is going to be 0, CX is going to be 0, so this moves on immediately and it jumps. And you don't want that, but anyway, we can get it to run the directory command multiple times if we want. Reboot works, all the other ones work, except if you press backspace, that's not going to work, because it inserts a literal backspace into that text stream. What other things did we have? That was a graphics test, that works. Halt I did not put in yet. The only other thing is print registers. So you can call any of them as much as you want and call each other. And, you know, stuff is good. So how did I get that to work? Well, only a few simple things, really. It wasn't that bad. So I did change to using SI, but I showed that. I'm using CX now, not any command length thing. I could go back to using that, but you know, zeroing that out, incrementing it after every byte the user types in, comparing it to 0 here. If they didn't type in anything, they just press enter. CX would be 0, so I'm just putting its inputs not found. That's why you just press enter and nothing shows up. It says command not found. So I'm using I got my notes here, using CX. Okay, the other reason was that if we go to directory, well, when we go to the file browser, we're setting the ES, the extra segment register, to 1000, and I don't think we're ever setting that back. So DS was not set, the data segment was not set, but the extra segment was. And since our string commands here, our compare string byte uses the SI and DI registers, it really technically uses the data segment and then offset SI and the extra segment offset DI. So DSSI, or yeah, DSSI and ESDI. And if those are not, lined up, it's not really going to work. So I'm just resetting them to right here, resetting the data and extra segments to the area we load the kernel into memory at, which is 2000, and then they're lined up again, and everything's, all hunky-dory. It's good. Okay, and the last thing was, well, I simplified run command a little bit. I'm just moving 0 and then going down to here, check commands. So I'm pushing CX, and then before the next command, I'm popping it back out and pushing it again. Just a really simple way to save and restore the command length instead of moving it from the command length label and everything. I'm just pushing and popping CX and popping it back out down here. I could add in the halt command. Let's just do that. Because that's the last one we're doing here, right? Command halt, move SI command string. I don't know if I do have to move SI back to the beginning every time to reset it for the repeat equal. So repeat equal, compare string byte. As long as the two are equal, the 0 flag will be set and it'll keep looping until the 0 flag is, until it's not 0, or CX is 0. So CX number of times, keep comparing the string in SI to DI. When it's not equal or CX is 0, then it'll move on. All right, we'll jump equal, what is it, halt end program, something down here. Yeah, end underscore program. All right, clears interrupts and halts. End underscore program. Let's go to that. Else, we're just going to pop CX back because it's still on the stack. All right. And then we'll go to input not found. So I wanted to check the files as well, but let's see if that halt thing works. I'm probably going to move the file check and run the file or program out from the file browser. I'm going to move that code out from under here and put it under here. But right now, let's see if that halt command works. Error. Nice. In. Well, it would help if I put a D on there, wouldn't it? That would probably help. So just try that again. Halt. Halt instruction. Yep. With if equals 0. Now I can't do anything. Nice. So that works. So we're good on that. That's nice. I think we're good for this basic checking commands thing here. Just wanted to get that finalized before I move on to the next thing. So thank you all for watching. I will catch you on the next one, which I'll probably move the file check code under here, and then I'll move on to some other things. Maybe put in more commands to run that do different things, or start on, maybe make a way to save our code, because there's interrupt 13 AH3 will write disk sectors instead of read them. So I might try that and then start going from there. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching.